All right, hey there. So I'm here with Mr. Garcia. We're going to debrief my first lesson plan that we did. It was a math addition properties lesson plan and the subtraction rules as well. The lesson plan was on September 7th, and Mr. Garcia made some nice notes regarding things I did well and things to improve upon. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, first of all, you had it planned out, and I remembered the first note I took, which was a positive note. When we went to PE, you came in and set the classroom up the way you wanted it. You had a couple of things on the board ready to go, so the kids knew exactly where we were going to start. Mm-hmm. So you had your materials organized. That was huge.
Yeah.
The other thing that I liked about how you did this lesson was you called on different kids from different levels, not just the 2 or 3 kids that always raise their hand.
That's the hard part sometimes.
It's really
looking past the ones that are raising their hands.
Yeah, because we've got 3 kids that raise their hand no matter what the question is. They always have their hand up and they want to tell you what they're thinking.
Right.
But you did a very good job going around the room. You started, I think, towards the back. You did a few in the middle. You did the corners. That was really well done.
Sounds good.
Pacing was good. It wasn't too fast or wasn't too slow.
Okay.
I didn't see any of the real high kids bored. They were still following along. And you were kind of making sure that the kids that might have been struggling, you were making sure that they were included. Right. And they all kind of felt.
Do you ever have some of the higher students kind of work ahead, or do you try to shy away from that?
Yeah, no, you definitely can do that. And I try to be kind of, it's kind of a case-by-case thing.
Yeah.
But in math especially, there's like 5 or 6 of them that I will say, hey, you guys go ahead and do the next page while we finish this page.
Okay.
Little things. I don't change the whole curriculum for them necessarily. I have in rare cases, but usually it's just little things like that, letting a few people go ahead or work on something a little more challenging. So pacing was very good. That's, in my opinion, that's differentiated instruction, making sure that all levels were totally engaged.
Got it.
You moved around the room. You were checking for understanding. You were floating around the room, looking at work samples of the kids. You weren't just stuck up in the front of the room, which is a hard habit to get out of if you ever get into that habit. I haven't seen that from you. You move around really good.
Yeah, okay.
And you were doing different mix with technology, old-fashioned paper and pen or pencil and pen and whiteboard.
Okay.
So I always think it's good when you do a lesson, have the big screen TV, have it projected up there, have some examples on the whiteboards, have the kids do some examples on their own whiteboards. Right. You were doing that. You were flowing. You kind of did it naturally. That was great. The things I found from your lesson that I would try to work on, they're very small, but at some point in your lesson, as you move to your screen on the information on the screen on the television, the whiteboard, walking around, seeing how they're doing individually, I think that maybe giving them very defined parameters, like for 5 minutes, I want you guys independently to work on,